Hi, my name is Linda Addison. I'm an independent writer. I do mostly science fiction and horror with some magical realism. Right now, I'm sitting in my home office in Arizona, where I moved a couple years ago from New York, where I spent most of my adult life, about to answer 5 questions with Narazu. How did I get started as an artist? I think I was born a writer or a storyteller or a daydreamer. My mother was an amazing storyteller. I was the oldest of 9, and a lot of our evenings were spent with stories that she made up for us, so it was pretty cool. The first time I held a book in kindergarten, I knew that's what I wanted to make. Didn't know anything about what that meant and how it would happen, but I was stuck on it. But growing up in low income neighborhood, choosing to be an artist was not something on my plate. So I wrote forever and still do, but I actually went to Carnegie Mellon, got a BS in math, and got into software development um, to make a living. So, but wrote all the time. My first big publication was in 1997. I was published in Isaac Asimov's science fiction magazine, which I had been sending work to forever, getting rejected, but I kept sending it to him because it was a goal for me. I've been in there several times since then, so that's a happiness. And my work is basically human based. I'm always interested in what happens with a human being given a certain situation and their wants and needs and what they're willing to pay. My horror is psychological, it's not really blood and guts. And I believe my work's for anyone that's interested in weird stuff. Don't really know how else to say it. My biggest influence in the past was definitely my mom. And then I read everything from A to Z in the libraries: Isaac Asimov, Alice Walker, Frank Herbert, Toni Morrison, John Irving, Stephen King, Octavia Butler, to name a few. Then, once I moved to New York, I started reading everyone in horror at that point: Tom Picarelli and Jack Ketchum, Gerard Wagner. So, and a long, long list. I cannot begin a list of people influencing me currently because I still read everything. So that would take hours. Star Wars is Star Trek. Star Trek was the first thing because Nichelle Nichols changed me on a cellular level, made me realize that blacks were going to live in the future, and a black woman, come on now. That was everything. Then later on, Star Wars, I saw the first movie the first day it showed in New York. I have more Star Wars toys than anything else, and if I had to get a tattoo, probably be a Star Wars tattoo. So what I'm currently working on, a few things. I do more or less daily life poems on Twitter that feed to Facebook, and they come out of meditation that I do quite often. I also do Tai Chi. And I'm also a co editor on an anthology published by Cedar Grove Publishing called Sycorax's Daughters. I co edited this with Kenitra Brooks and Susanna Morris, and it's a collection of short stories and poetry written by black women, horror, and goes everywhere in the past, goes in the future, transhumans, it has mermaids, it's got a whole slew of things. And why this is so important to me is that I was the first black and first black woman to win a Bram Stoker award from the Horror Writers Association. I've won 4. I really want to introduce the rest of the world to other black women who are writing just amazing, dark, cool stuff. So please check that book out. You'll see more on my site. I'm also doing a short story collection, science fiction, that I'm working on. And in November 1st through the 4th, 2018, I'm going to be a Toastmaster at World Fantasy Convention in Baltimore, which is a huge honor, and I'm really delighted. And I think it's going to be fun. So, if you're there, come on up, say hi. Also, I have some other little things, but you can check my site out for that. And my site is www.lindaaddisonpoet.com, because there is another Linda Addison out there who's very active, and she's a lawyer, and she does not look like this. So you'll know real soon if you're on the right site or not. Okay, so come check me out. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.